Share to.
Yeah, I'm just trying that. Select
After
a
that,
window.
what it will do the same. If the camera is not required, we'll ask you to shut the camera and you can go through the
Is
audio.
it now sharing?
Yeah, it's sharing. It's sharing.
Okay, fine. Fine, sir. Then again, whenever I'll do that.
सर मीटिंग लॉक नहीं सर अनलॉक करना था
मीटिंग अनलॉक करिए Sir has left. Why meeting is locked?
It's unlocked sir unlocked
I think sir has left or what?
okay yes sir has left okay sir
I have to share the screen if it is not working with him. We'll tell him to join through the mobile phone also. I think we should start.
Yes, sir.
Sir, should we start, sir?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Yeah, we are on time. We can start now. Divya, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm there.
Yeah. So please go ahead. Start the program.
Okay. A very good afternoon to each one of you present today. It is a pleasure to welcome the participants who are present here to attend this online faculty development program. On behalf of the institution, I offer my regards to all the participants joining us. I convey my regards to the speaker of the session, Professor Dr. Sandeep Singhal. Professor Sandeep Singhal is presently working in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra, Haryana. National Institute of Technology is a premier institution of national importance by Act of Parliament. Sir has more than 30 years of teaching, research, and professional experience and authored more than 110 research papers in reputed national and international peer-reviewed and Scopus General and conferences. He has also authored a book on entrepreneurship and his areas of interest are supply chain management, enterprise resource planning, total quality management, entrepreneurship, facility management, productivity management, manufacturing, product development, etc. Sir has worked with All India Council for Technical Education (AICTE), the apex regulatory body for technical education, in various capacities for 7 years, and also has worked with National Board of Accreditation (NBA) and was closely associated with Washington Accord. He has guided 7 PhD scholars and guiding 5 and more than 40 at MTech level students. He was the member secretary for National Initiative on Institutional Competitiveness and worked in number of committees related to technical and higher education. Sir is a fellow member of Indian Institution of Industrial Engineering and is on selection and interview panel of Public Service Commissions, Staff Selection Commissions, Board of Governors of various technical management institutions. He was the chairperson of Indian Society for Technical Education Haryana for the year 2012 to 2015. He is a senior fellow member of Science and Engineering Institution, LA, USA. Sir was awarded with the Academic Excellence in the Technical Education Award by PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industries, New Delhi. Sir is the editor-in-chief of International Journal of Emerging Trends in Research and is on the editorial board of various national and international journals. Also, Sir is a member of various international technical committees for reputed international conferences abroad. Sir is reviewer in International Journal of Mechanical Sciences, technical committee member and reviewer of International Conference of Industrial Engineering and Applications for last 6 years. Sir is also examiner for PhD for various universities. He is also a reviewer in Elsevier, Springer, Taylor and Francis Generals, General of King of South uh, University Engineering Sciences, Material Research Express, etc. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and taking out time for the 5 days online FTP on innovation management. The schedule for the seminar will focus on the topic Critical Success Factor in Innovation Management. It will include various issues to address the full aspects of the topic. I wish the session enlightens us all and provides us with approaches to deal with the problems of tomorrow. Sir, now I would like to hand over the session to you.
Thank you, Madam Divya. Thank you very much. And it is a pleasure to me to be a part of this August gathering, an August audience. And I'll be speaking on to the chapter of critical success factors on innovation management. I would like to now share my screen and just say yes if you are able to view this. Are you people able to view? Hello?
Yeah, it is start sharing.
Hello?
Yes.
Now
Am
Yes,
I
sir.
audible?
Yeah. You're audible also.
yeah, yeah.
We can the screen also.
Okay. Now in this, see, we have been talking about this innovation management, and this FDP began on 21st of January, and today is the 23rd, and almost for last 2 days, a lot of discussion has been made on what innovation is. I would also just like to contribute to this, but before that, before moving on to the critical success factors, one thing I would like to mention here, there is nothing like critical success factor, there is nothing like the paved path. Yes, if we move by this way, if we move by this process, if we move by this procedure, then the innovation can be achieved. No. Innovation is treading into an unknown path. It is treading an unknown path. Whether we can achieve it or we cannot achieve it, only the time tells, or our efforts, what we have made towards this innovative success, that will only tell the future. Yes, we carry out a hypothesis about future. We are quite fruitful. We are quite hopeful about the future. But no, we cannot ensure that yes, we can achieve this. So all the success factor innovation is definitely a scientific path. It is a scientific way, coupled with your creativity, coupled with lot of factors under your control and lot of factors which are out of our control, which are out of our bound. So these are few factors which we will be going through. All of them may be of use, some of them may be used, or none of them may be used, depending upon to the nature of the corporate, depending upon to the nature of the company, depending upon even the locations. So we start off with this, and I start off with the opening quote of one of the leading innovators and inventors, Albert Einstein. He once said that if at first an idea doesn't seem totally absurd, there is no hope for it. Innovators understand that you have no choice. You must take risks, often big ones, by moving towards the absurd and the seemingly irrelevant ideas. While your competitors, they will move into an obvious direction. So this is the difference between an innovator and a business person. A business person, already established business people, they move into a already laid down paths. Yes, they will be moving into that direction. But if you think that this is not at all possible, then innovation always will make the things possible. This was said by Albert Einstein, and we can see that Galileo. Most of you will be knowing Galileo, or almost everybody of you. He was an astronomical scientist, and he first said that Earth revolves around the sun, and he was jailed onto that. The king at that time said that, "Now, how can you violate this? Already set up that Earth is not rotating, sun is rotating around us." But his concept was very clear, his idea was very clear, his study was very clear, and hence he was later on proved right. Same way, any idea is whatsoever, if the people may laugh, people may consider, even the science today or the technology today may consider that idea is absurd. But definitely, this is a beginning of innovation. About 30 years back, have we ever thought that there will be a concept like mobile telephony? Have you ever thought that the cassettes or the floppy disks at, or the CDs at that time will become irrelevant in today's time? Have we ever thought about 5 years back that the teaching will be on an online mode in this way? But these were all ideas, Some of them, some of the people may agree, some of the people may not agree. But yes, any idea is beginning of innovation. Technological innovations, they are basically focused on two things: products and the processes. Innovation can also be talked about not only in adding something new, even in the existing products, if we are able to increase the safety, even decrease the price. And today's the innovation means the decreasing of the price. And hence, the innovation here means in the existing product, if we are able to add some new feature, or even operating times are minimized, even the costs, they are minimized or they are brought down, the safety features are enhanced, all these things are a part of the product. Now come to the process. The process of manufacturing the products, process of creation of the products. Here again, the lot of processes can be basically expedited in terms of time. Time is the essence now. Time is money today. How fast we can address and approach the markets, how fast we can address the consumers. That is the key to success. Here, the processes are there where we can minimize our material handling, we can minimize our warehousing times, we can minimize the equipment holding times, we can make the fast scheduling, we can use concurrent machining processes. All these things can be done. So the products and processes here are the two important platforms where the innovation will play an important role. Now, James Moody, he's one of the very senior persons in innovation management of Australia. He said that innovation is a process and it is not a thing. And the outcome of innovation is invention. Here again, I would like to make a differentiation between invention and innovation. We will never decide, and nobody can decide that, yes, I am going to invent this. Invention is always incidental and accidental, whereas innovation is a well thought process, well thought act. Innovation, when we are doing some innovation, the byproducts or at any stage of time, there will be some sort of invention. All the inventors, they never thought that they are going to invent this particular thing, but they were working on something, some processes, and by virtue of some incidences and by virtue of some accidents, this sort of inventions took place, and then these inventions were improved upon. And if we say that, as per Mark Fine, founder of Fahrenheit 212, it is also a consulting company, if the companies or the corporates are not innovating, they are not growing. That means now another synonym for innovation is growth. If we want growth, definitely we have to go for innovations. Now, again, we have already discussed this, that most companies anticipate the future based upon the past. It's very correct. We should learn from our past, but don't try to cage your future as per your past. It is not about predicting the future. Innovation is not about predicting the future. It is about developing hypothesis about the future. How we develop the future. What ideas we are going to basically change into a practical mode. Ideation, innovation, and entrepreneurship after that. So all these things, the ideas come up. It may be a very vague idea. It may be an idea which people may say that even 99 people may say that out of 100 that this is not going to work. But yes, any idea is never to be rejected. We have to make a lot of research into that. And see, PhD. We say that PhD is doctorate in philosophy. But how much of us are doing a philosophical run on our research works? What is the philosophy behind that? We are not doing that. We are only doing some experiments, we are doing some data study, we are doing some literature review, and then making our or some modeling and simulation. But where is the philosophy? Where is the thinking? Thinking part is slowly dying down in our research work. And due to this, the innovation factor is also dying down. Innovation, another word now for innovation is continuous research. There are three conditions for innovations: work hard, concentrated, and thorough work. Number one, innovation must be important to innovator. That means a perseverance as well as passion. It's not only for the merely for doing some innovation. Yes, I want to do something new. I want to create something new. I want to develop something new. That should be a passionate work for me. And if it is important, it is a passion, definitely there will be a success. And all innovations may be focused onto the markets. Markets here means the consumers. Who will be the ultimate beneficiaries of these products? Who will be basically using these products? This is very important here. So innovation, yes, it carries out onto the lines of hard work, important thinking, innovative thinking, passionate thinking, as well as a focused approach towards the market. Now we are going to switch on to the topic of today, that is the success factors for the introduction of innovation management. All of the fellow members, they would have definitely in last 2 days learned a lot about innovation management, and must be about something about the success factors. In today's session, I will be focusing on some of the success factors. I cannot count that there will be 10 success factors or 5 success factors or 15 success factors. But as per the various literature reviews, as per the various experiences of the people, I have tried to cope up all these factors into the single place. There may be different success factors also apart from the success factors which I am going to discuss today. But these success factors, yes, they are having a bearing. And I am telling you right now that these success factors may be important, all of them may be important, few of them may be important, none of them may be important, depending upon the nature of product, nature of markets, nature of consumers, nature of culture of that particular place. So all these things are important or may not be at all important. But these success factors, these they play an important role into formulation of a particular innovation. Now, how to set up and operate upon an innovation management system? Innovation management system, the basic aim of the innovation management system is to build these elements in innovation management and constantly develop and optimize. What are these elements? Elements are corporate foresight and trends. That means you should understand better than your competitors what lays into the future, how the future is going to work. For example, Byju's. Byju's was working about from last 3-4 years onto this online education system. And now, within the last 2 years, we are able to understand this, that how much important is this online education system. They had a foresight, not necessarily of the pandemic, but they had the foresight that yes, on-site teaching technologies will develop in future. And we can see that a number of companies are now making a lot of platforms, be it WebEx, Cisco, what we are discussing today on the platform, Google Meet, be it the Teams of Microsoft, be it the Zoom. There are n number of sharing platforms which we have become aware of today. About 2 years back, just think how many of us were aware of all these things. But these things existed. There was somebody who had the foresight that yes, one day these things will be used up. Then we have got the innovation strategies. We have to. Strategy means a well planned thinking process. Brainstorming and scouting. Brainstorming is very important. We should discuss everything with our fellow colleagues, with our subordinates, with our superiors, with the people who may be interested or related with this sort of products. Innovation process, responsibilities, and project management. This is again important that everybody of the team, it is a teamwork. It's not a singular work. And idea generation can be single. But to develop this idea into a fruitful product or fruitful process is always given by a team. And the team, everybody should be understanding that yes, what is my role, responsibility? What is my area of work? Then there will be a number of innovation portfolios. I may be discussing something, I may be finding out something with the team, but yes, due to some unforeseen circumstances, maybe it may be the resources, it may be the timing to the market, it may be some sort of other sort problems, the innovation may not see the day light. But yes, we should not discard this. We should keep this as a portfolio, because whatever is not functioning today may be a striking idea tomorrow. Innovation culture. Innovation culture here means we should always be thinking. See, about 3 slides back by Mark Twain, he said that if the corporates are not innovating, they are not growing. In order to grow and to stay into the markets, we have to have an innovative culture. Innovation in whatever we do. Think, improve, think, improve, think, improve. Iterative process. It will always be an iterative process where always we will be thinking and improving upon. Then supporting processes, for example, open innovation. Open innovation, yes, you would have seen in management that our advertisements, be it into the print media or be into the electronic media, they are one of the best advertisements into the world. If you see this about advertisements, nowadays advertisement is coming up on the electronic media, on televisions. There is a small boy who is walking out of the house to buy some stationery item, and he's told by the parents, beta naukri achhi karna. Has anybody, are you people aware of this advertisement being given by the Delhi state government? Hello?
No, sir.
See, there is an advertisement on TV that a small boy moves out of the house. He's told by the parents, beta अच्छे से पढ़ना, अच्छी नौकरी करना. Then he moves to the stationery shop. वहां पर भी same thing happens. बेटा अच्छे से पढ़ना, अच्छी नौकरी करना, and so on. A lot of people meet him. In the end, when he moves to the dais, where the Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Manish Sisodia, is also there. Then the PS to Mr. Manish Sisodia says that, "Beta, बहुत अच्छा काम किया, तुम अच्छी सी नौकरी करना." Then Manish Sisodia says that, अगर जो सभी लोग नौकरी करेंगे तो नौकरी देने वाला कौन होगा? Was a hammering advertisement which basically develops or inculcates a feeling of entrepreneurship among the young children. So this is an open innovation, and number of times the companies come up to the public. Yes, you give us some slogan, you give us some advertisement, you give us an idea. This is an open innovation. Knowledge management, yes, we have always to be abreast about the latest technologies. Intellectual property is what we develop and we inculcate within ourselves, but this property is our wisdom which we share with others. Now, we'll go one by one. I have not numbered these success factors because whatever the success factors I was getting, I was just incorporating this. This will give you a broad idea, not a converging, but it will be a divergent thing. Convergent can take place depending upon our requirement. The most important success factor is whether the management is interested in innovation or not. Whether I want to learn, I want to continue, or I want to be at rest. These are the three things which the management should decide upon. Whether I want to give a new look to my organization with a new product development processes, with a new sort of products, with a new innovations into the processes or not. Or I just want to continue. I am making profits. I want to be here. You can see this. Nokia was the biggest example for this. They didn't want it to change themselves. Even in the year 2008, when the first smartphone was introduced by Apple. And what happened? They perished. Kodak, the photography people, they were the leaders globally. They wanted to innovate, they wanted to change, they developed a number of things. But the new technology of mobile telephony, they have thrown them out of the market. Now, how many of us goes to the photographer shop to get the things, get our photographs developed? Or how many of us are taking the new cameras because mobile telephony or mobile innovations have turned this all these existing products out of the market. So sometimes we have to think that what is our future, where we want to go. So it is one of the most important success factors in innovation management. And in the absence of the support of the management or the innovative leaders, it will be just nothing. It's a waste of time. So the management commitment is the most important factor. We have to first of all draw this down from the management side. See, from the top it should flow down. Yes, then the ideas will move up from down to the top. Then second one is strategic orientation. Again, the strategy, it is not an art, it is a science. We have to make a strategy about this creativity, about this innovation. We have to think about three things. What is the purpose of innovation? And what do we want to achieve in future? But one of the most important thing, what is the purpose? Why we want to do some innovation? Why we want to improve upon? Why we want to invent something new? Because the future is uncertain, and definitely the consumers have got the habit to hop. They've got the habit to shift from one place to another. from one thinking to another thinking. Everybody likes something new, such as automobiles. About 30 years back, before the advent of Maruti Suzuki, we had only two cars. One was Ambassador, being manufactured by Hindustan Motors, and another was Premier Padmani, which was manufactured by Premier Automobiles Limited. And these were two cars. And some of the senior professors would also appreciate this. Whenever these cars were moving, after every 50, 60 kilometers, the bonnets were open, and then the radiator was filled with the cold water, and then the rest was given to the car, and all those things happened. All manual systems were there for operating the car. Even in the winters, the car was not starting, and the entire colony or entire society came to know that yes, Mr. X is starting the car, because it was taking 10-15 minutes. Now the technology has changed. Maruti was the first people who gave something important, was ergonomy. Ergonomy means a help and effortless driving to the passengers or to the people traveling into the car. And yes, when Maruti came, people were very happy that they don't have to stop the car onto the highway to after every 50, 60 kilometers, and the car was moving. Today, you can see that every 6 months, the technologies or the innovations are being implemented and embedded into automobiles. New sort of things are added up for the comfort of the users. You know that uh, there are some of the products are there which are cyclical in nature. Cycles may be varying from a day to even 10 years, depending on the nature of products. But every next day, every next product, every next generation is an improved one. Whatever the products we purchase from the markets, thinking that they are the latest ones, yes, they may be the latest ones with respect to us, with respect to the consumers. But with respect to the manufacturers, they are already obsolete. And the next generation or even the next two generations are ready. Because if they are not innovating, if they are not improving, they are not going to grow up. So the purpose of innovation is growth, growth in terms of revenues, growth in terms of market share, growth in terms of brand development. And all these things what we want to achieve in future. Next one is, what is the contribution of innovation to corporate strategy? All this innovations is going to gel with the strategy of the corporate in terms of resources, in terms of the market shares, in
Excuse me, sir.
terms of
Excuse me,
yeah,
sir. Sir, PPT
yeah,
is
please tell
visible,
me.
sir.
PPT is not visible.
Yes, sir. I think for me it's not visible. For other participants, anyone can tell me.
Is it visible to other participants, please?
So the PPT is visible, but you have not scrolled down the slides, I guess.
I am scrolling down. One second.
Reshare again. Can you please reshare again?
I share again. Just give me a moment, please. See, are you able to see the next slides? One. This is the next one.
Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's fine, sir.
Visible.
Yes, sir. Now it is okay.
Now the slides are moving.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
now you're in first slide, sir.
No. I am
Sir.
in
No,
now
sir.
the sixth, seventh slides.
Slides are not moving, sir.
Now it's moving, sir.
Now it's moving.
Yes,
You're in
now
two.
it's moving.
ऐसा कर
1 second.
स्लाइड्स को यार अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है ना
Now this is okay. Strategic orientation slide.
This is the third slide we can see.
मैं भाग जाऊंगा
Two marks, sir.
हाँ 2 marks there is an option that we can give answer also there
We give answer, sir.
Okay, 1 second. I'll just.
no
First slide is visible now.
like that way that
Level-
it will evaluate on its own or
Which one?
Second one is okay. Albert Einstein.
Now,
Hello.
So the slides are moving.
Strategic orientation slide is that.
yeah,
Now I
again
see
it comes to the
in
first.
my system I am on to the second slide.
Yes, that enter only, just all. It's Albert Einstein second slide, sir. Great, good.
It will take another one.
Yes,
Okay.
second slide.
Third one, technological innovations.
no, it is showing a strategic orientation.
No, in my system it is on technological innovations. Third slide.
No, but we are seeing this one, strategic orientation. Your 10th number slide.
Fourth one. Fifth one. Sixth.
No.
This is seventh. This is eighth. And this is the 10th slide, which gives you the strategic orientation.
Yeah, it is strategic orientation right now.
Okay. Now I am on to this slide now. I just still continue, and when I change, I'll say that I'm changing the slide. So what is the
Excuse me, sir?
contribution of innovation to corporate? Yeah.
excuse me sir
Yeah.
sir
Please.
I'm going to share your slides
Rajkiran
okay
sir will
sir
share the PPT.
Okay, okay, sir. You kindly share the slide. I am
Okay,
at a
I'll
slide
do
number 10.
slide note
You
10
kindly do that, sir.
okay
Sir,
fine
stop sharing,
Slide
sir.
number 10.
okay
Sir,
Strategic
stop.
orientation.
I'm sharing it
Okay, sir.
wait.
Have you shared this, sir?
No, I'm just sharing it. Just a minute, sir.
Okay. Yeah, please. My video.
You want slide number 10, sir?
Yeah, slide number 10, sir.
Okay, fine, sir. Fine.
It is strategic orientation.
Yeah. It's there, sir. You can continue, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I hope all the participants are able to view this slide now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
participants, are you able to see?
Okay.
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
So now I was at
You can
point
go
number
further.
2, that what is the
Sir, if the
contribution
PPT
of
mode is
innovation
initiated,
to
it will be
corporate strategy?
more visible, sir.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's very difficult to read the content.
Sir,
It's
first enabling editing, sir. Rajkiran sir,
Okay.
please enable
Fine.
editing.
I'm doing. Wait. Just wait.
So now the contribution of innovation to corporate strategy. What happens here is every company, every corporate has got some laid down norms, have come some laid down precedences. And what we have to see here is that whether this innovation interferes or supports the corporate strategy. Somebody's corporate strategy, some corporate strategy is that I want to have less profits but a greater market share. Some corporates such as I mentioned Tata's in our country, they have got a strategy. Yes, I'm not going to cut down the cost, but at the same time, the quality is going to be the best one. They are the quality people. If something is coming from Tata stable, always we are thinking of quality. It may not be true for others, for other corporates. So this strategy is to be totally supported by the innovation work what we want to take into future. And now where we want to go, whether we want to have an incremental improvement into our existing product, altogether a connected new product chain, or entirely a new product. Entirely a new product means such as a company who are into a capital good business such as L&T, and tomorrow L&T starts uh, dealing into the some soft drinks or beverages. So there's a totally unconnected and connected field means Excite. Excite, they are manufacturers of batteries. Everybody knows that they are the manufacturers of batteries. And there were inverter manufacturers who said that we are putting Excite battery, it is going to give us a life of 5 years or 7 years. Then the Excite management thought, why don't we go? Why don't we go in manufacturing of the inverters also? Inverter was not a new thing, it was not a new invention, but it was an innovation onto the part of the Excite management, that apart from our what you say existing products, we are going to have the new products also. So these are the things which gives you a lot of search fields for your future. I'm not changing the slide. The slide number 11, as the Cheshire cat said to Alice, if you don't know where you are going, any road will get you there. Innovation is a journey into unknown, and there are many paths open to innovator. I have already told you in this into the beginning that innovation paths are not defined. Nobody knows where they are going to take up. It may be into a hell, or it may be into a heaven. It may be into a success. It may be into a failure forever, maybe a partial failure. But before starting, it is essential to know the things like what is important here is what business are we in now and want to be in going forward. This is very important in innovation, that where are we now and where we want to see ourselves down the line after 5 years, after 10 years, or even after 2 years. What is our risk tolerance for pursuing big game changing ideas? This is the most important thing. You think of the worst and you deliver your best. This is what the mantra for it. What are our risk factors? Maximum, what can we fail? How much can we fail? And then, in case we take the risk, we will have the success factors also. Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs are the big risk takers, but as well as they are the rewarded the most also. So their risk reward ratio is high, but this risk reward ratio doesn't stop them to pursue into the new ideas. And you know that whenever the new enterprise or new startups they begin, about 75% of them closes down within 1 year of their starting. Another 10-15% they close down within first 3 years. Then after 3 years, the journey starts for the remaining 10% people, 10% startups. And these 10% startups also lose the steam within the next 3, 4, 5 years, even in 10 years. And at the end of 10 years, hardly 2 to 3 startups out of 100, they are alive flourishing and progressing, because they have changed themselves, they have innovated themselves, they have seen their limitations, the upper limit of success and as well as the lower limit of failure. So all these things are very important. I'm changing the next slide. Now, we have already discussed this, that innovation is not a single person job. This is a teamwork. Into this teamwork, the clear responsibilities have to be defined. See, everybody should be knowing. There are two important things. Everybody should know the status at all the times, but at the same time, will not interfere in another's work. I know my role, I know my responsibility, but the information to me is regarding the entire process. So, the innovation process is a highly interdisciplinary process and requires the involvement of many functional areas and employees in order to successfully implement a new product or service idea. Successfully implement a new product or service idea, please understand, the new product doesn't mean entirely a new product. Minded.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, you are not audible, sir. Sir?
I think there is some network issue at his side.
Okay.
His bandwidth is low. It shows. Sandeep sir, are you there?
Excuse me, sir.
Sir, we
Mr.
cannot
Pra-
hear you.
Yes, I'm calling him. Calling him. I think he has lost his connect. You take the screenshot also. Form. When he picked the head. Dear participants, please bear with us on this technical glitch that is happening. Sir is trying from his part. I hope he'll be joining in few minutes. So please bear with us.
Okay, sir. Thank you. The WebEx always give.
Okay, sir.
I have tell him to join through this mobile phone if he can join, and I'll share the screen from here.
Okay, we are waiting, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sir, it will take some time. So it will take some time, or
No, I had talked to him. He said 5 minutes more.
okay, so till we can talk each other, give our introduction at least.
Yeah,
So,
if you want, you can do that.
so hello everyone. I have seen some of the name only here, like the Rohit sir, Sibram, Amit sir, and a lot of other persons are there. So hello everyone. I'm Ajay from the Pune, Maharashtra. I'm working as an assistant professor in UI UX design, and yes, this agenda like innovation is really great subject. So especially for me, I don't know why, because I started my career, as a web designer only. So during this 20 years, I'm working as a web designer side by side, and
Ajay, you can open your camera also if you want. We will take a snap.
Actually, I have two laptops, sir, but this laptop, I don't have camera.
Acha, okay, no issue, no
Yeah,
issue.
yeah. And second, side by side, I am working on, as I told you, I am web designer. So why I started to talk, definitely we should take some initial. तो मैंने सोचा चलो मैं ही बात कर लेता हूँ. सारे प्रोफेसर्स हैं यहाँ पे, ऐसा टाइम कहाँ मिलता है कि एक साथ बात कर पाए. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सर, थैंक यू सो मच. इट्स ग्रेट प्रोग्राम. मीन्स सिर्फ मैंने ये नहीं देखा कि आप कैसे किस सब्जेक्ट पे किसकी एक्सपर्टीज है और वो कैसे समझा रहे, बल्कि ये देखा कि जब दे हैव वेरी एक्सपर्ट टू रिप्रेजेंट देयर सेल्फ in front of camera, in front of any organization और ऑनलाइन वेबिनार्स. तो ये चीज समझ में आई कि जब हम कहीं पर वेबिनार्स देते हैं तो हम क्या क्या गलती करते हैं और हमें क्या क्या सीख लेना चाहिए, तो सो डेट वी कैन प्रिपेयर ऑल सेल्फ फॉर दैट. और दूसरी चीज ये भी है कि लगातार 3 और 4 5 दिन का प्रोग्राम मीन्स समटाइम ऐसे ईमेल आते रहते हैं जिसमें 1 आवर्स का फ्री कोर्स रहता है, या 3 आवर्स के कोई कोर्स होते हैं जो फ्री होते हैं, बट ऐसा इनिशियल लेना कि 1 हफ्ते की 2 हफ्ते की कंटिन्यू ट्रेनिंग होना, इट्स रियली बिग थिंग. तो मुझे तो अच्छा लगा. एंड साइड डेफिनेटली मुझे लगता है इन द फ्यूचर यू विल प्रोवाइड सम सर्टिफिकेट आल्सो ऑन दिस. सो are you able to give that certificates or something for participate? आई थिंक मे बी शायद देंगे आप लोग फ्यूचर में सर्टिफिकेट. सो बात सर्टिफिकेट की नहीं है, बात यह है कि इतने सारे ग्रेट लोगों से, जैसे IIM के कुछ लोग आपके यहाँ हैं, वी कैन नॉट एबल टू गो डायरेक्टली फॉर द IIM फॉर लेक्चर राइट नाउ. इवन उसके लिए तो एडमिशन लेना होगा कि कोई पार्ट टाइम कोर्सेज ज्वाइन करने होंगे. जितने भी IIM के कोर्सेज मैंने देखा, दे आर ऑनलाइन, बट द फीस इज सो हाई रियली. 30,000, 60,000, 2 lakhs, इवन ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज की फीस इतनी है. But because of this kind of webinar, we can directly go for their lectures. It's really great thing for me. So अभी टाइम मिला तो मैं स्पेशली थैंक यू बोलना चाहता था उन सभी को. और खासकर सर आज मॉर्निंग में जो टीचर्स थे वो, और कल जिन्होंने क्रिप्टो करेंसी की बात की थी, दे आर रियली अमेजिंग, एक्सीलेंट. मतलब उनकी एक एक चीज मैंने बहुत अच्छे से ली, मैंने नोट्स बनाए उनके. दे आर रियली एक्सीलेंट.
Professor Amit Gautam and today Pramod Pathak.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir is online now.
Are you people able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now
Please, sir.
I'm on the slide number 13 on innovation culture.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sharing it, sir. I'm sharing
Okay.
it.
Kindly do that, sir, please. I'm really sorry for keep you waiting so long.
No issue, sir. This is technical
Yeah, please.
glitch that happened. It is not under control. So we are on slide number 13.
13.
Okay.
Innovation culture.
Okay, sir. Okay. Is it fine, sir? Now? Yeah, I have clicked on
Next one.
Yes,
slide number
it's
13.
innovation culture slide.
Yes, sir. It is there.
Okay. Now, what happens here is you have to again gather the momentum again. In this, what happens? There should be an innovation culture. We should be prominent right from the top to the bottom. And raising employee awareness of innovation is the most important thing. We should always make the employee feel that you are the most important person who can do wonders, who can change the basic lifeline of any
Your voice is
corporate, and you are one of the most important men. Hello.
voice is not completely audible. It's waiting, cracking sound is coming.
Voice is not. See, I'm trying to connect this now. Actually, it is a lot of rainfall is happening at Kurukshetra. Because of that, there must be some disturbance.
Yeah, I understood, sir. I am also.
Just give me a few more minutes into this. Okay, I'll continue. I'll try to improve upon. So the employees should be made aware. They should be motivated. And the most important part is empowerment of employees for innovation. That means how we can make them innovative. That is through regular training courses on creativity and innovation processes. We should always make them move down through various sort of systems. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting my voice?
Yeah, yes, sir.
I've joined on both our phone as well as on to the laptop.
Okay.
I'm trying to connect to the laptop now again.
Okay. Fine, sir. Fine.
So what we were talking about the empowerment of the employees through training courses, through on creativity and other innovation processes. And mind it is the employees who carries out this innovation. Now there will be an active employment of involvement of the employees also through innovative competitions. We have discussed this before, and creation of spaces and structure for innovations, such as incubation centers, such as incubation cells, such as freedoms and resources, such as even the canteens. The one of the major hub areas where the innovative talks or where the non-innovative talks also, it is the canteen. You know, the SR group, ESSAR, SR Shipping and SR Steels, they made a multi-storied corporate office. They made a multi-storied corporate office, and in Mumbai, and where they said that there was no canteen. And people thought, was it a focus on their point, on their part, or what has happened? Nobody was able to understand that. And then they said that, okay, there is a number. We have tied up with the Taj, and you can order anything into that area, and then we can have the food from that place. Fine. People were very happy also. And later on, it was found that SR Group has deliberately deleted the canteen from their system. And what they did was, instead of making a place where all of the people from accounts, people from production, people from HR, they were coming together, discussing against the policies or discussing the policies of the management. They said that no, nothing doing. Now the food will be supplied at the tables itself. So this was very important, and and accordingly, the creation of spaces was given. So now the next slide, please.
Sir, if you allow me, I will ask one question, sir, regarding this innovation culture and strategic innovation. If you permit, I should, can I?
Yeah,
Sir,
yeah, sir, please.
yeah, sir, when you give an example of actually, it was fantastic example on innovation that he is in battery segment, they have invented inverter for the innovation. Okay, sir, whenever any company they are doing the strategy for making innovation, they should consider what is their vision also. They should not forget what company, what is their vision statement. Even, sir, if you go for the Excite vision, it is to become global powerhouse respected by the customer. But up to battery, it is okay, inverter, okay. But how they join in life insurance, Excite life insurance? What is about their innovations, sir, about this? They are not expertise in the insurance sector. There is no relative to their vision statement also. But they are joining the life insurance. So is it possible vision is not required for any innovation?
That into the, are you getting my voice?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Yes, sir.
I said that we were discussing about two things, either into the connected areas or in totally unconnected areas. See, there is a limitation of growth into a particular segment. I may be becoming a leader into that segment globally even, but still I cannot grow beyond a particular point. Such as McDonald's is there. McDonald's, they open a store. Then when they have got a strategy that once the footfall is more than 40,000 in one store into a particular year, they're not going to expand the space there. They're not going to expand us. They're not going to make the space double there. Instead, they will be opening another store about 1 to 3 kilometers distance from the present store. This is their strategy because they know that at a particular place there is a limitation for growth. Same way you're talking about Excite. Yes, Excite, they may be market leaders in terms of batteries. But in order they want to grow corporately, they want to see there is a difference between a business and a corporate. Corporate deals into a number of n number of products, n number of products which may be related, which may be not be related to each other. So they are now into insurance business or into any other new forays. They are just trying their hands because they have already got an established brand with them. People will believe them. They have got an established marketplace. They have got an established marketing team, which can, by virtue of changing some of the tits and bits here and there, they can basically change or foray into a new business. Am I correct?
Yes, sir, that I'm expecting from you only, sir, because when we are discussing what is the company expertise, even if I give my company example, I'm in Ashok Leyland, my company's core purpose is enhance life through mobility. We are 40,000 crore company, MMS company. We can invent people on automotive, either EV or trucks, buses, passenger car. Even if we have money, it doesn't mean I invest in my hotel or restaurant. I invest in retail market because it is not my vision. Our vision is only for the mobility, enhance life through the mobility. So our team innovation should be on all this segment, how to provide the better service on the mobility sector, right, sir? That's why I'm asking why the side has taken this innovative idea on the insurance sector, which is it is not the expertise also.
Sir, agreed. It is not their expertise to when they are foraying into this insurance sector, but definitely if I want to grow, such as you are working in Ashok Leyland, and mobility is the core factor. Like vehicles, then it will be again core sector. They are diluting after 10 years, after 15 years, they may go up into someone new sector. Hello, are you people hearing me?
Yes, sir. Or sometimes this voice is getting cracked. Okay, sir, you proceed, sir. Thanks
Okay.
for the explanation.
Okay.
Sir,
Next
your
slide,
voice is
please.
cracking.
Yeah, continue, sir. Please continue.
Yeah, change.
Voice
Next
is,
slide
voice
is
is not
change management.
clear.
Okay, okay.
Now, change. Change is that event which everybody will resist. But slowly and slowly we have to change. See, I give you an example of one of the companies, Modi Group of Industries. Modi, this was located in Modi Nagar in Uttar Pradesh. And there was only one corporate which were having two cities. One was Modi Nagar and one was Modipuram in and around Meerut city in Uttar Pradesh. But they didn't change themselves. And most of their companies, most of their systems have died now. Now, because they didn't make any change. And if changes are to be made, that is to be made into the positive direction only. Next slide. Integration of all employees. Integration of all employees means we should take into confidence all the employees right from the top to bottom that yes, they should be involved into this innovative process. We have already discussed this that yes, we want to make them aware through various sort of awareness workshops, various courses on innovations. Even the employees are being sent by the companies to complete their higher education, especially in the field of management, MBAs, even to IIMs, MTechs, even to IITs and NITs. They have been sent by on the expenditure of the company itself, because they know that they are going to learn something from there and they are going to implement. See, what is happening here is, in our country, we have got the best of the brains, but still there is a lack of platform where the academia and industry come together. It is happening some things, some of these events are happening in IIMs, but still we are missing in the technological side. Still we are doing something, and I believe that within next 10-15 years we'll be able to do something positive, where the academia will be able to be an interchangeable force with the industry. So innovation must become a permanent initiative that is supported and actively shaped by all employees. It is the employees only who are going to basically shape the innovative strategies. Next slide. Collaborations. We take up the collaborations. In collaborations, it is the teamwork which is essential for getting the things done. In today's global and digital 24 by 7 world, challenges are more complex. It is becoming increasingly important to bring more diverse minds to the table and to break down silos. Silos here means break down our curtains. We have to make our curtains fall. We have to make interdisciplinary skills, such as most of you are from the management background. Whenever we are talking about product management, it is always an interdisciplinary team, which is consisting of the sales and marketing team, which is consisting of the industrial engineers team, which is consisting of the manufacturing team, which is consisting of the people from accounts, the people from legal sides, people from finance. All these are interdisciplinary skills. So it is innovation is a collaborative process. And now the next one, next slide. It says that what can we do together? How we will learn together? What should we do together? What will we do together? Link and leverage, focus and align, learn and adjust, listen and explore. So, what can we do together is the most important thing, and where we can reach together is our focus and aligning together is what is the collaborative thinking is. Thinking together is open innovation. Thinking together is open innovation. About few slides back, we were talking about open innovation. Next slide, please. This is what has been said by the leaders in the automobile industry, by Ford Motors Chairman Henry Ford. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is a success. Next one. A decision-making model that fosters teamwork in support of passionate champions. Yes, we can have the champions means definitely into a team. There will be one of the persons who will be in command of everything, who will be quite persuasive. Yes, the person is quite persuasive, but most of the times, a persuasive person leads to an autocratic decision. This autocratic decision should be changed to the consensus decisions. Consensus decisions are always democratic decisions, and democracy is always better as compared to autocracy. So we should believe in every member of the team. All the team members should be given equal opportunity to air their thinking processes, and then there should be an open discussion with everyone, so that we are able to arrive upon a democratic consensus decision acceptable to all. And mind it, when we say that the decision is acceptable to most of the people, the chances are that it will be a successful decision. Next one. It is not smart to slavishly follow other success stories, because what may have worked well for someone in the past might not work for you, and most certainly isn't guaranteed to work in future. This is very important. Don't try to become imitative. Try to become innovative. Entrepreneurs are again of two types, in imitative entrepreneurs and innovative entrepreneurs. And you can see that the rate of growth is quite exorbitant in innovative entrepreneurs, whereas the imitative entrepreneurs, they are very low onto the growth, or slowly they die out. So this is important. Don't try to copy. And one more important thing, try to develop yourself first. If I am able to make myself grow, definitely my organization will also grow. Constant improvement. Where is the question is where to start? Always and always, we should always work for improvement. This is one of the most important critical success factors of innovation. Succeeding in innovation management is all about continuous improvement, both as a company and onto a personal level. I told you that it is very important for the company and to a personal level. And if the company grows, I also grow. And if I grow, the company also grows. But as a human being, my psychology will always be that I should grow first. But yes, I should grow first into a positive direction. Into a positive direction will make my company grow. Next slide. Keeping in mind that constant improvement doesn't necessarily mean you have to start running faster. No, not at all. Even though your company needs to be able to react to the changes faster, quicker than before, running fast may hurt you in the long run. Please understand this. Don't work faster, work smarter. Fasting, see, anybody can run fast, but running fast with a vision, with a mission, for a particular purpose, yes, it is important. If I have to run fast in order to take somebody to an hospital, it makes sense. But in order to cross a red light, I have to run fast, or I have to just make it sure that I cross the road before the red light occurs. It is a foolishness. So work smarter, don't work faster. See here, you have to see this. Now focus on constantly getting better, both as a company and on a personal level. You can see this baseline. You should always be over and above the baseline. Green line is yours line, which is better, and baseline is 5% 0.5% better, whereas this green line is 1% better. Over the years, you can see how much difference between the baseline and the productive line is there, between the green and blue, how much it occurs. So always go for your growth into a particular direction with a vision, with a mission. Another concrete area to focus is your infrastructure. That is the most important thing. The old saying, if I have to cut a tree in one, in sharpening my tools. Same way, if I have to go for innovation, first of all, I should see my resources, be it the financial resources, be it the physical resources, be it the human resources. If we look at Facebook, a great example of a smart company, we can definitely identify some top-notch qualities. Facebook has succeeded in building an agile infrastructure and has the ability to make quick changes to the platform by introducing and testing new ideas to a limited audience. This is important, and if we compare this with the companies now, it is the lead user ideas. We check our products with some of the lead users in case the product is okay, in case the product requires further improvement, or in case the product is not going to be as successful into the system. So you always start with a small audience, but that audience should be well aware and an intelligent audience. With that audience, if the product is successful, go for scalable approaches, otherwise no. So Facebook approach to a scalable business is successful because it allows them to move fast while constantly maintaining quality. This is important again. Move fast, but in a smarter way, maintain your quality. Next one. Now create value for your customers. How much value you can create for your customers is the most important thing. Value and cost. All of you are aware that V by P, value divided by price or cost, should always be greater than 1 and should always be away from 1 maximum. So if I am ready to purchase a particular product, I should be satisfied that yes, I am paying a less price, whereas I am getting a high quality or high value. It is more valuable to me. So always keep creating as much as value as possible. Try to give the customers into the same cost more features, more safety, less operationability, less repairability systems, more durability. All these things should be given to the customers at the same cost, or even you can maintain the cost, or you can bring down the cost at a lower level. Is this creating more value for our customers? This is an important question whenever we are doing some innovation. And from where we get the answer? We get this answer from market surveys and market research. How do we do this market survey and market research? By knowing our customers well. See, nowadays in all financial institutions, know your customer, KYC. In case I understand my customer well, I understand what is his needs, his or her needs today, what will be his or her needs after 1 year, after 2 years, after 5 years. Definitely, I am going to be a successful entrepreneur. Nowadays, during the last 2 years, during this time, work from home. Nowadays, you would have seen into the news and so the data in statistics that the demand for bigger homes is rising now, where you can make one of your rooms fully equipped with the office equipments. Work from home will become much more easier. So this is how you know your customers and who can have. Now, in Mumbai, even in Delhi, even in Noida, in Bangalore, the demand for high property prices is high. High property, I mean to say, in terms of the area. So now people are trying to purchase bigger houses. Next one. See, this is the vision now, and this vision, Henry Ford vision, was very important. Customers have a tendency to focus on urgent everyday issues instead of looking at a big picture. This is most important thing. See, I want to get my needs satisfied today itself. And as a customer, every customer is going to do this, but not as a corporate. Corporate is not here to satisfy their demands of today. They are here to satisfy their demands for future, in years to come. I've already told you that when we purchase as a customer the most latest product, it is nothing but it is an obsolete product from the point of view of the company or from the point of view of the corporate. If I purchase the latest mobile phone, it is already an obsolete phone from the point of view of the company. See, Henry Ford said that if I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. Nobody would have thought that, yes, an automobile is required, because at that time people were moving onto the horses. So their idea was, in order to cut time, they want to have faster horses. But nobody has ever thought that there will be an automobile. There will be a steam engine or IC engine or four-stroke engine or two-stroke engine. All those sort of things will be there. So instead of listening to the consumers, you should have your own preference of testing instead of listening. Yes, what can I do for them? How can I create value for them? But if Henry Ford would have thought into the consumer's term, he would have ended up in maintaining the bigger stables of the horses, and the vehicles would not have been there today. So to summarize, keep control, know your customer extremely well, and have a clear understanding of what type of value you want to create and for whom. By doing this, valuable and relevant feedback is quick to emerge. The lean startup model, this is very important. And here, this model, next slide, please. Yeah, this model is very important because it is believed on two things. On basically start, build, measure, learn. All these things are there here. So here, what I mean to say here is, there should be a startup model. You have to start building something. Then, next slide, please. Then after this building, you measure whatever you have built. Measure means test it. If it is okay, go ahead. Such as what we write into a program. You have built up a product, test it. test it within the company, test it with the lead users. You measure their responses. From their measured responses, you learn. When you learn, you improve. When you improve, you build again. So it is in a startup model. It is a lean model where you build, you measure, you learn. Build, measure, learn, and this should be an ever-going process. Ever-going process. We can never stop this in our either in our personal lives or into our corporate lives. This is to be existing, and this is the mantra of innovation. Next one. This is the same thing what we have explained. We have discussed this. Core component lean start model: build, measure, and learn. Feedback loop is to launch a new idea or concept to the market as quickly as possible to gain experience and gather feedback for further improvement. Change the slide, sir. So here, what is the outcome? What is the outcome? Outcome is launch a new idea or concept to the market as quickly as possible to gain experience and gather feedback for further improvement. It is crucial to remember that instead of testing an existing product, you should start by testing the value proposition and core assumptions regarding the demand of a product or service. That means listen to the consumers. Listen to the consumers, test the product. See, most of the car manufacturing companies or even the bike manufacturing companies, they want to give you a test drive. Why? It's not only for your pleasure. While giving your test drive, they also observe that what you say, how do you comment. Yeah? In case this is missing into this car, or it would have been better if this would have been added, or this is the marvelous thing I am seeing into this car. So these are the exclamations what the people make. So the company is not making only a test drive in order to please you. The company is making a test drive in order to collect the data. So this is important. Next slide. Allocate resources properly to support the strategy. Next slide, sir. These resources are, see, sometimes when the concepts are generated for the new products through innovations, there may be not even a single innovation, there may be multiple innovations. Whenever we are doing multiple innovations, then the resources are limited. And these resources are to be now allocated to various innovations or various concept generation processes. So this is important that neither a particular innovative concept should be undernourished, neither should be overnourished. Neither it should be over, what do you say, that overworked with the people, neither it should be less worked with the human resources. So all the resources, hello, yeah, all the resources may be adequately supported and allocated to the particular innovative things. Regarding time and funding, I think the number one item to consider is goal and clarity, where I want to reach. Sorry, this was given by Samuel Pavin, consultant, former IBM Innovative Program Lead. Next slide. This is again important. This is a Google model. Depending on the next slide, please. Depending on the organization's nature, its maturity and industry, it operates in the so-called Google's golden rule, 70-20-10 model. This 70-20-10 model means 70% should be your core initiatives, 20% should be your adjacent initiatives, and 10% should be your transformational initiatives. See, please, one of the participants, one of the professors, or who was working with Ashok Leyland also. I would like to say now that yes, the Excite was doing 10% transformational initiatives. 70% is the core initiative. 20% is the adjacent initiative, and 90%, 10% is your transformational initiative. Transformational initiative means new businesses. Google X is working on. So this is the thing. We should always try to develop our existing things, safeguard our house, develop further, and then go for new systems. Now, next slide, please. Key performance indexes and measurements. I've already talked a lot about this. There are key performance indexes. We have already seen this in our previous slides, that they have to be collaborative work, strategics, vision, mission, teamwork, then new ideas, new innovations, all these things. But the most important things, they should be measured from time to time, either measured objectively or subjectively. So there we have to form a number of matrices: organizational capability matrices, structures matrices, culture matrices, leadership and strategy matrices, business and product matrices. These means what? Organizational capabilities. Every organization has got different capabilities. It may be positive, it may be negative capabilities for different organizations. Some of the organizations may be able to take up the innovations to the next level. Some of them may not, because of lack of resources. Structure matrices. Structure matrices here is what sort of technology and equipments the companies have. Culture matrices. What sort of culture we are having. See, you will see that in most of the multinational companies, there are no bloodlines associated. Even in our Tata Group also, they're all professionally managed companies. Sometimes the family managed businesses may not be that much successful as professionally managed businesses. So what sort of culture, and according to that culture, the innovative skills will take place. Leadership and strategy matrices, this is one same thing. This is one of the fallouts of culture matrices. Business and product matrices, yes, in what sort of businesses we are in, what sort of businesses we look for, whether we are in capital goods, we are in FMCGs, we are in consumer products, we are in producers product, we are in perishable items, we are in consumables. All these sort of things we have to decide upon. So we have to stay focused. Keep in mind that while you can and often should expand to other promising markets, just don't try to accomplish everything at once. This means what? Go to the new forays, go to the greener pastures, but don't forget to unlock your house. In case you leave your present markets and want to go to other companies, go to other greener pastures, definitely you will be at loss. Loyalty is the essence today. Keep your existing customers, then increase your customers, increase your markets, keep your existing market. By focusing on things where you have a realistic chance of becoming the best in the world. A classic dilemma of the ambitious leader is to have a grand vision. Let's do everything for everyone. This is not at all possible. This is not at all possible. This is only theoretical in nature. While you can still cling on what grand vision as the mission of your company, it definitely can't be your strategy. Please understand this. Next slide. Know how to work smarter and what to prioritize. I've just tried to put up all these success factors, important success factors here. And key success factors for innovation management is constant improvement. If you start from the top side into a clockwise direction, constant improvements, value creation, lean startup model, resource allocation, company culture, focus, and hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Proceed, sir.
So these are the things where we are.
Jaya, please mute yourself. Jaya, please mute yourself. Jaya,
Yeah, I'll be finishing soon. If there is problem, I'll be finishing soon.
please mute yourself, Jaya.
Okay.
You can proceed, sir. Jaya,
Okay. So now this is one of the flow diagrams, and this is an iterative process. Genius is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. This is very important, and this perspiration is what we build about our inspiration. Diversity is one of the most important factors. Individuals representing from various castes, creed, race, religion, cultures, countries, they always see multinationals is what? They are operating into multi-cultures, through multi-nations, through multi-race people. And whenever we are talking about multiple people, definitely we are going to always achieve. And it has been proved genetically also that sometimes some of the people who are married into a different sort of nations, their children are more genetically stronger as compared to other ones. So this is the thing. Now you can see into this slide. Next slide, please. There is a figure which is lying onto the floor. It is in the shape of two circles connected together. Some of them may view this as 8 verticals. Some of them may view as this as a sign. Some of them may view as a chemistry person. Some of them may be thinking, what is it? Some of them may be thinking as a sine wave. Some of them may be thinking as a different sort of wave. So this is the reason where we should have diversified people, because their thinking are different. Mr. Sadish, Mr. Sadish J. Hello.
Sadesh ji, please mute yourself. Dr. Ram, are you there?
Yes, sir, I already unmute him.
Please mute them.
So
Okay,
the
sir.
three critical areas in which diversity within the organization supports innovation is different viewpoints, different backgrounds, and out thinking of outside the box. This is the think outside the box is what creativity is. We cannot change ourselves. We cannot change we cannot change our circumstances, but we can change ourselves accordingly. And this is very important. Creativity is that ability to think outside the box. With creativity, we can unleash the potential of the mind to conceive new ideas, new ways of doing things, and innovative solutions. Next slide. Yeah, this one. We have to adjust a lot of things. We cannot change the direction of the wind, but we can adjust our sails. This adjustment of our sails is innovation. How much you can adjust yourself with respect to the market demands, with respect to the market changes, with respect to the cultural changes, what is happening into the markets. Next slide. Resilience. As an innovator, one should always be a resilient person. That means overcoming from the stresses, ability to recover. And this resilience always inculcates a new feeling of innovation in us. Every next day, yes, I may be tired today, but next day morning will be brighter for me. So, this is a resilience which the innovators should always put up in their mind. Resilience basically depends upon three things: the flexibility, the adaptability, and the learning. Next slide, please. How much flexible, how much adjustable I am, how much I am open to the new technologies, and how much I can learn for the benefit of the mankind as an innovation. Next slide, please. Yeah. So these are the three things, and this is a diagram. And into the center is the person which is being made into ground, is the most innovative, conquering technology, conquering strategy, conquering methodology, where we work together. At the end, I would like to close with this. Next slide means achievement is the product of effort, a function of intensity, direction, and duration of one's exertion towards a long-term goal. Achievement is the product of effort, yes, a function of intensity, passion, a direction, innovation, and duration of one's exertion towards a long-term goal. Not today's, but the future. That means achievement is whatever we are doing for future with full passion, with innovative skills, strategy, and intensity. There should be a clear-cut vision. Therefore, we cannot give up when the results of our activities are not what we hoped. Our business and organization need to adapt and evolve in response to short-term shocks and at the same time shape itself to be able to respond to the long-term challenges. And innovation always makes you understand the long-term challenges. With this, I finish up, and I'm really sorry that it was quite disruptive in between because there was a failure of the internet. Now, any questions?
Okay, participants, if you have any questions, you may ask. I think I'll request the participant to put short one or two questions because we're running time
Yeah,
out
kindly do that.
of time also. Yes, please. Any questions from the participants?
ये है रौनक की मॉडल। हाँ जी 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 रूड है फंसी है कार सीट ज्यादा सेफ रहेगी इसीलिए फैंटास्टिक है firstcry.com
Hello.
So my question is like we have an idea, but how to check that whether it is
समझ में आया
suitable to the
तेरे
industry? How to commercialize it?
Yeah. See, sir, you have got an idea. You take up this idea. Take up this idea with a number of people. First of all, with your friends, near and dear ones. How do they take your idea? It may be a vague idea. See, idea is always vague. It has to be sharpened. Then only you will be able to discuss this idea. You first of all take your vague idea. Yeah, I'm thinking of in this way. Had anybody would have thought in India in the year 1994 that the packaged mineral water will be it was sold at the cost of ₹10 at that stage of time in the year 1994, about 30 years back. Whether people will be basically taking up this water, they will be purchasing this because at that time also the Coke was also being sold at 10 rupees. People were saying that instead of taking a mineral water, I'll have a Coke. Who is going to take this? Coke. The company Coke, what they did was they took the Bisleri brand on a lease from Parle Industries. Bisleri was a Parle Industries brand. They got this way back in 60s. Bisleri soda from Italy. So, and within next 5 years, the time so changed that the initial lease amount was 5 crore rupees in the year 1994. In the year 1999, when the lease was finishing, the partner said that you give us our brand back. The Coke said that no, okay, we are now giving you 50 crores, 100 crores. But they didn't agree. So at that stage of time, nobody would have thought that the idea would have been successful of selling the packaged mineral water. And today you can see that everywhere we are taking packaged mineral water. The thing behind it, but the conception here is take the idea first to the near and dear ones, improve upon the idea, think what they say, take the consensus decision. Yes, 90% of them may say no, this is not going to work, but 10% of them may say yes, it is going to work. Sit with them. Try your brains. Do a SWOT analysis. What is the strength in your idea and what is the weakness in your idea? Why the people have said that your idea is not going to work? And what is the strength? What do you feel that your idea is going to work? So with this SWOT analysis, you are supposed to take this idea further and mind it. Initially, the idea may look absurd. I opened my talk with this only, but all absurd ideas one day are into one of the most flourishing businesses. Discussion through in a democratic way. Yes, any other question?
Yeah, Divya.
Professor Sandeep Singhal, thank you so much. It was a great pleasure for all of us to listen to your wise words and learn from it. Although there were many technical glitches, but throughout the session, all the participants were captivated. And I take this opportunity to thank you on behalf of the entire organizing committee and the entire institution. We're grateful to you for giving us the insights regarding all the factors in the field of innovation management. Indeed, this session was very informative and engaging. And we sincerely appreciate you for taking out the time from your schedule and providing us with such valuable information. And we are looking forward to having more collaborations with you in the near future. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, ma'am. My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Sir, may I request you to open your camera for once so that I can take a
please.
snapshot of yours?
Yeah, sir. 1 second.
Yeah, please. And participant, you can also turn off your camera. Dr. Ram?
It's okay.
Yeah, but it's not visible.
Sir is not visible.
Sir is not visible. Yeah, please, sir. Participants are visible. I think I can see Pooja.
Sir, you are visible.
Yeah.
My camera is on.
It is on.
Yeah.
Okay. Ram sir, can you see, sir?
No, sir.
I'm able to see you. Again, trying to do this.
That happening.
Just a minute. I'm trying to connect it again.
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure. Okay. It's done, but still we cannot see you, sir. Sandeep, sir.
Yes, sir.
Still we cannot see you, sir.
Sir, just a minute, sir. Just provide me a minute, sir.
Yeah, sure, sir, sure.
Am I visible, sir?
Kiran sir, you're audible, sir.
I'm audible and visible now?
Sir, you're audible, but you're not visible.
Sir, from my side, it's coming 1 second.
There is some problem in frequency, I suppose, in the band.
It's okay now. Sir, I'm on to the screen now. It's okay now.
No, sir. You're still not visible.
Sir, I'm able to see in this.
I think showing low bandwidth, sir.
Hello.
Because of that, you are not visible, I think.
This Madam Charul Chaturvedi is there. Dr. Pooja is there. Dr. Matthews is there. Now open on a phone also.
Rajkiran, sir?
I have taken the snap.
Yes, sir.
It's done. It's done.
Yes, sir. Yes. Shall we break?
Thank you so much, sir, for coming and delivering such a nice lecture. Though the innovation part that we see, it is disruptive also. Sometimes you are not able to connect, but still, I will thank the participants that they were there connected. They were patiently, they were waiting for your lecture. I appreciate this effort of the participants, and I think we'll be breaking up, and we'll have the session at 3 o'clock. Okay. So meantime, you can have your lunch, and we'll again join back at 3:35. Okay, 3:5. So thank you everyone.